David, appreciate you jumping back on with CFC TV. We spoke to you shortly after signing day. Jake Dickert eventually leaves a week and a half later. Take us through just the initial couple days after Coach Dickert left and kind of where your mind was at the time.
Honestly, my mind, I was already committed, and I'm gonna stay committed to where I truly wanted to go. The atmosphere in Wazoo is gonna stay the same, the fan base and everything. Yeah, there was a big coaching change, but I feel like that wasn't gonna stop me from playing where I wanted to play at. Well, just went through my mind. It was just like, dang, like obviously, like basically the whole coaching staff's gone. So like my corners coach was gone, my defensive coordinator was gone, my head coach was gone, and it was just like dang, like I try to like put everything into it. But there's always gonna be changes in life. So the good's always gonna come with the bad. So there's never just gonna be all straight good. So when that happened, I obviously talked to my family. Obviously Wazoo being like 2 hours away from me, it was like my family could still drive down and watch me play and everything. But when Coach Rogers stepped in office, it was just all great. He hopped on the phone with me, my parents, my Coach Banks, corners coach. He did the same, and it was just all good ears. Like they just spoke truth into me. They spoke highly, and I loved what they did at where they're at South Dakota. So um, I hope that we can just bring it here to Wazoo, and we can just turn it up even more than it already is. And my parents was they felt good about it. Mom and dad, I talked to them like on a day-to-day basis about it, and they just felt good that I still liked my decision on going to Wazoo, and that I was just gonna stick with it. And yeah, that's how I just really felt about the whole situation.
How shortly after Coach Rogers got the job did he reach out to you?
He had a Zoom meeting with like all of us. He like it was immediately right when he was at Wazoo. Like he was in the office. He set up a Zoom call with all the commits and all the signees. So we just sat down. We talked everything like changes, like who's coming, who's not, blah 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 blah, and like how they're gonna start running stuff and stuff. So it was a great Zoom call. And he called me like a day later, just talking day to day base. He even came down to the school and even saw me, and so that really like showed a lot like his interest. And he even let me take another official visit that I didn't even know was possible. So my me and my fam went down there, and everything he talked about. It showed like you can tell by how his actions like and everything how he did it and how he ran stuff. So it was just like I'm gonna trust him and I'm gonna believe in him and we're sticking with it.
Wow. So you got another visit to meet his staff and the second time through at Washington State.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Wow, that's impressive. Um,
Yep.
Also, when you're taking a look at what his teams look like at South Dakota State, a lot of people say, hey, they're kind of like the blue blood of the FCS level. They get their job done on the defensive side of the football, and that's
Yes,
where you
sir.
play. That's
Yes,
it's
sir.
they've got a lunch pail attitude. Bring a lunch pail to work every type day.
Yes, sir.
Did that kind of sing to you as well?
Oh yes, sir. Knowing Coach Rogers was a defense, he was a defensive mastermind. Yes, sir. It rang in my ears crazy. We always, DBs, we always hungry for that money. So it's time to get paid. That's really all to it.
What do you like about maybe what you've seen with their defensive philosophy in the back end? I know, you know, you've got a lot to catch up on speed, but like, what have you just seen maybe yourself?
There's a lot. I can't really like put my finger on one. It's just the way like how he and his staff just runs things on the defensive side. And like what they did at South Dakota State, not really letting anybody put up numbers on them like that, it's just crazy to me. And I just hope that that just carries on and we do the same at Wazoo and even better. So that's just how I see it.
What'd you take from your first in-person meeting with Coach Rogers? What type of person he is?
He was a great man. Very trusting. Like you can tell he really cares about his people. He cares, like he even cared about us, and like it was his first impression. So it was like yeah, like he opened all his arms and just like welcomed us, and it just like I felt like I was still at home, like nothing ever changed.
You mentioned the Zoom where all the recruits and the signees were on. Was it almost like an open forum, or was he, asking, hey, if there's any questions, concerns, could you guys kind of just speak up on your own on that Zoom?
Oh yeah, yeah. It was. We could ask like he went through like the whole breakdown on like how everything would be ran, and then like he let us even ask questions or like what concerns that we had, or like even if he didn't want to talk on the Zoom, like we could call him and like ask him like personally. And so yeah, so like there was a lot of great questions, and like a lot of great questions got asked, and it was just like he answered all of them truthfully.
David, thank you so much. Really excited to get this article and video piece out soon on Coug Fan on all our platforms. I'll mention, I'll be sure to tag you in every post we make. So appreciate the time, David. Cannot wait for you to get to Pullman, and can't wait to watch you get it going as a Washington State Coug.
Yes, sir.